Hi everyone, good morning. Okay, today I want to give a brief demo regarding Python. Okay, we are from ELearn InfoTech Institute, Hyderabad. Okay, it is one of the best institute in Hyderabad. Okay, just see this is our institute website. Okay, later you can go through all these things. Now we'll start discussing Python about Python. Okay, myself Hari. I'm having around 6+ years of experience as a Python developer. Okay, till now we did so many projects in Python, R language, data science, Django, Flash, so many things. We'll start today's demo. Okay, here before discussing Python, why Python we need to know. Why Python? Actually, we have so many programming languages, right? C is there, Java is there, next one .NET is there, Python is there. Next, so many languages are there. Why we need to choose only Python? Because so many reasons are there. Okay, before that reasons, suppose if anybody did completed his graduation 4 years back, otherwise 4 to 5 years back, that means around 2015 or 2016, he let us assume he completed his graduation. On that time, people are suggesting which programming language? They are suggesting Java. After BTech or any graduation, people are suggesting what? Java. Suppose 10 years back, 8 to 10 years back, 8 to 10 years back, that is on that time, people are suggesting what? Which programming language is nothing but they are suggesting what? C. Now, from past, from past for 3 to 4 years, people are suggesting which language? Python. Python. Nowadays also, if you ask today also, if you ask any guys, I did my BTech, otherwise graduation. I want to enter into a software field. Which programming language I need to learn? Which technology I need to learn means everyone will tell what? Python. Python. Why? Because here so many reasons are there. We'll see. Why everyone suggesting Python is nothing but here Python is number one now. Python is what? Number one programming language now. Just see. Just see. Here Python is at number one rank now. That's why everyone suggesting what? Python only. Everyone suggesting what? Python only. Here Python is at the top. That means Python is at the top with the rank 1. Okay, after Python only Java, JavaScript, C Sharp, PHP, all these things will come. Just see one election is done. I'll show here. Suppose one election is done. They'll totally 100% voting share is there. They'll tell BJP got 50%, Congress got 20%, others got. That means these many votes, this much percent of votes got by all parties. Like this, total 100% is done. Like this, here also in programming language also, Python got 28%, 28.73% share in the popularity. Java having only 20%. JavaScript 8.3%. We have around 50 plus programming languages at the top programming languages. Some people will tell we have 500 plus programming language. That means from small language like C, Pascal, COBOL, like that. So many small languages they will consider. They will tell we have around 500 plus programming language. In that all languages, Python is what number one in the popularity. It is having how much share? 28.73% share in the popularity. 28.73% of share in the popularity. Remaining 71.27 percentage will share by what? All other programming languages other than Python. Previously, if you look, Java is number one 4 or 5 years back. Everyone was suggesting Java. Now just see the domination of Python with Java. Just see Python having 28.73% share. If you look into previous survey to this survey also, Python increased with what? Plus 4.5%, but Java decreased. Actually, these people will do survey for every 1 year, 2 year, otherwise every 6 months like that. Okay, from previous survey to this survey, Python is increased by what? Plus 4.5%. Java decreased. JavaScript decreased. C Sharp decreased. PHP decreased. Later, all other programming language will come. Okay. Yes, see, Python is top 28.73% share in the popularity. In the last 5 years, Python having what? 18.2% growth is there. 18.2% growth is there. That's why everyone suggesting Python. Okay. Next one is how they'll give the ranking. How they'll give ranking for the popularity is nothing but they'll see job opportunities. How many technologies are using Python? How many companies are using Python? Okay, what is the salary? What about salary if I learn Python? Everything they'll see. After seeing everything, then only they'll give the rankings. That means if any programming language is at number one position, you will get what? More number of job opportunities. Okay, now just see here. If you learn, actually, if you learn any other programming language, means what? Suppose if you learn Java, if you learn Java, you can develop what? Mostly for web applications, web application development. If you learn any other language also, same thing only. You can do only one or two things. That's it. But if you learn Python, you can do so many things. That means if you know Python means, suppose if you know English means, what are the things you can do if you know English means? You can read the books, sing the songs, watch the movies, some writing, listening, reading, so many things you can do. Read, write, listen, listen, sing, watch, so many things you can do, right? With English. Same thing, if you know Python, no, you can enter into any kind of field. That means you can go as a software engineer, software developer. That means in the braces, if you know Python, right, you can become as a Python developer. Next one, you can go as a Django, Django developer. Okay, that is also come under Python only. That means you can develop what? You can develop what? Web applications. Web applications. For that, you need to use what? Django. You can become as a big data engineer. Okay, why? Because you know Python. Next one, you can go as a IoT engineer. Why? Because you know Python. You can become as a data scientist. You can go as a data scientist. You can go as a machine learning engineer. Next one, you can go as a NLP engineer. Next one, like this, you can go as an embedded engineer. Like this, so many opportunities. You can go as a testing engineer. Like this, huge opportunities are there if you learn Python. No other programming language having these many opportunities. That means if you know Python, you can apply for what? Any of this kind of job. That's the advantage of learning Python. Just see here, you can go as a, if you know Django, you can go as a web application development. You can develop games. For that you need to use what? Pygame. That is also Python only. You can enter into what? Big data. You can go as a testing engineer. You can go as a AI data scientist, machine learning engineer. You can go as a IoT engineer. Okay. Next one, what is meant by this mm, Django is nothing but it's one framework for developing web applications. Actually, so many web applications are there. Like Django is there, Flask is there. So many kind of for web application development. We'll use Django, Flask. Next one, Bottle, Pyramid. So many frameworks are there. But in that, what are the two top frameworks is nothing but Django and Flask. Okay. Next one is what? Game development. In order to develop games, we need to use what? Pygame module. You can go as a game developer also. For that, you need to use what? Pygame. Next one, you can go as a big data engineer also. Or we can go if you know Python. Okay, what is meant by big data is nothing but daily we'll get large amount of data from internet, from social media, somewhere around else, right? Okay, suppose let us take Facebook. Some people will upload some images, some people will upload some movies, some people will upload what? Some videos like that. In a daily, how much amount of data will get is it's not MBs, total data would be for the not MBs, not GBs, not TBs like that. We'll get some thousands of petabytes of data will get. In order to handle those much amount of data, small database like SQL, MySQL, these type of databases can't handle. That's why they'll go for what? Big data kind of databases. In order to work with those databases, in order to store the data and retrieve data, okay, people will use what? Python. Same thing. Next one is web testing. If you want to become as a testing engineer also, previously people are using what? Java. Core Java is must in order to learn the testing. Now people are using what? Python. Next one is what? Number one technology in the world that is nothing but data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Okay, if you want to learn these things, data science, AI, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all these things, what is the prerequisite is Python only. If you know Python, then only you can do all these things. This is the number one technologies in the world, all these things. Next, number two is IoT. After that, big data, all this. Here, C language, Java, all these are programming languages. But whatever the things I am telling here now, all these are what? Technologies. That means you can enter into any of the technology if you know Python. Next one is what? IoT. That is nothing but what? Internet of Things. For this Internet of Things also, this is nothing but what? Sensors. Suppose these type of sensors you can observe in some companies. Suppose once you want to enter into some company, doors will open automatically, right? And some metro, if you look into some Hyderabad, some Bangalore, Delhi, some metros are available. If you want to travel from one place to other place, in that metro lift, suppose you enter into that lift, okay? Suppose doors are closing. On the time, if you put your hand in the middle of the door, means what will happen? Doors will open automatically. How they will open means left side of the door, right side of the door. We have some IoT devices that is called as what? Sensors. Not only here, suppose if you observe some rich houses, villas like that, when you enter into a room, lights will switch on automatically. How means this type of IoT devices and sensors. Okay, in the sensors and IoT device also, they will use what? Some small chips. In that chips also, we need to write some code. We'll write some code. We'll dump such code into some chips. How we'll write is previously these people are using which language is nothing but C++. Otherwise C language like that. Now people are using what? Python. Not only these many fields, we have so many fields. That means if you learn Python, you can enter into any of this field. That's it. Now you already know Python is at the top. That's why we'll get more package compared to other developers. This is the package of Python developer. Python. That is nothing but this is the average salary. Suppose in a team, five people are there. Suppose one person will get 10 lakhs per annum, some person 20 lakhs like that, right? Like this is the average. Yeah, if you have good skills, as a fresher only will get what? Some 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs per annum. This is the by experience average salary. If you have good skills means you will get double of this. Next one, these are the top locations in India where we get what? More package in Python. First one is Gurgaon, next one Bangalore, New Delhi, Pune, Mumbai. After this, our Hyderabad, rest of the places will come. Same thing here, US. These are the top 5 locations. Okay. Now we'll see. Now we saw why Python. Next one is why Python having this much craze. Why everyone using Python? Why all these technologies are using Python? Why all these technologies are Python? We'll see now. Why? Because here Python is what? Very easy. Why it is easy is nothing but here syntax. Otherwise, some people call it as what? Code is like what? English sentences. If you know little bit English, you are able to play with what? Python. Why? Because if you want to print something, you just use what? Print statement like this. Print good morning like this. That's it. You want to print anything like this. Suppose same thing you want to print in Java or C language means what? You need to write what? More number of lines. At least you need to write what? 7 lines, 8 lines like that in Java. C language means you need to write at least 10 lines like this. But Python you can write in single line. Not only this one thing, if you want to convert anything to upper, you need to use what? Uppercase, lowercase. If you want to import anything, import like this. Only English sentence. If you want to print something, you are using print. If you want uppercase, upper. Lower means lower. Like this, very easy words are available. If you know, in order to learn Python, you don't need to be expert in English. If you have some intermediate knowledge in English, otherwise basic knowledge in English, that would be fine in order to learn Python. That's it. That is the first reason. Second one is nothing but it's an open source. What is meant by open source is nothing but it's free. It's free. All these are what? Features of Python. If anybody asks why Python means you can tell. First one it is easy. Next one it is nothing but what? Open source. Open source is nothing but what? Free. That means we no need to pay any single rupee in order to use in order to learn in order to use what? Python. You only no need to pay, me also no need to pay. Suppose if Python will be used by Google, Microsoft and all these companies also, they also no need to pay any single rupee. Right? Suppose if it is free means you can learn, me can learn, everyone can learn Python. Suppose Google is there, Microsoft is there. Even though it is even though it is hard, they are able to learn. Even though it is what? Difficult, they are able to learn that language. Even though it is paid version also, they are able to pay some billions of thousands of dollars. Then why this Microsoft, IBM, big companies, all big companies are using Python. Even though it is difficult, they are able to do right. Google probably will get more packages. Google people having good salaries, good packages. They are able to, even though it is difficult, they are able to learn. Even though it is paid lesson, also they are able to pay some billions of dollars. They are ready to pay. Then why they are using Python is nothing but because of third thing that is nothing but Python having huge standard libraries. What is that? Python having huge standard libraries. What is the use of this libraries? Nothing but here we have around 10,000 plus libraries are there. What is the use of these libraries means already code available in these libraries. You need to import that library and you can use that's it. You need to import what? That library, import that library. You can use whatever the things you want to do. Suppose you want to develop web application, Django library is there. If you want to develop what? Games, Game library. If you want to work with what? Some CSV libraries there. Next one, like this, so many libraries for each and every operation, libraries are available. What is the use of this libraries means you no need to write more number of lines. If you imported this library and you can use the, you can complete the code in what? only less number of lines. That means 5 to 10 lines. Very less number of lines you can complete the code. Suppose if you want to use this library now, you need to write what? Some 100 lines, 200 lines of code. Same thing if you want to develop in C language, Java language now, you need to write so many number of lines. But in Python, you can complete that code in a very less number of lines. That's why everyone choosing what? Python. Python. Okay, data scientists and all. These are the main three reasons why people are using what? Python. Okay. Now coming to our course info. Coming to our course info. Okay. Coming to our course info. We'll see. This is our institute website. You can go and you can see whatever the contents, everything you are able to see. Okay. Here you see our course content. Okay. Actually, it's a real-time training. A real-time training. Here, here I'll tell each and every topic I'll explain in a real-time way. That means suppose let us assume if I take variable. What other people tell variable or data type or any concept you can take what they'll tell some definition, they'll tell what some example. But we won't go in that way. Okay, we'll tell what is meant by variable, how we can create a variable, everything I'll tell in additional to this how we use this concept in real time. That means for in order to develop applications, how we use this concept. Not only this topic, I'll explain you each and every topic in real time way only. Just see, this is the course content. Actually, there is no core and advanced Python, but this institute people only named it as core and advanced Python. All basic concepts will come to where core Python. Just see variables, operators, input, array, string, and all these things. Okay, but what is the difference between other institutes and other our institute means? Here, let us assume take concept of functions. What other people will tell how to create a function, how to call those function. That's it they'll tell. But in the deep, so many types of functions are available. What are that is? Different styles are there. Four different styles of functions are there. Next one is lambda functions are there. Map is there. Map is there. Filter is there. Like this, so many concepts are there. Okay, here I'll explain each and every topic from basic level to expert level. That means if you are a fresher, you are able to crack that interview. Let us assume you're having some 3 years of experience with Python, you are able to crack the interview. If you have some 10 years of experience in Python, you are able to crack that interview. Like that will train you. Each and every concept will train in a real time way. Next one will take each and every topic from basic level to expert level. That's the difference between others and us. Okay, these are the next advanced Python means what other people will tell. They'll tell only oops. That's it. That means inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. These three things will tell. That's it. Python is over. You can apply for job. Like that they'll tell. But suppose if you got some errors, you need to use what? Exception handling concept. If you want to work with what? Some files. You need to work with what? File handling concept. In a real-time way, not every time we'll get data from databases like that. Sometimes you'll get from text files, CSV files, Excel files like that. That's why you need to learn what file handling concept. Next one I told what Python having 10,000 plus libraries. As a Python developer, otherwise a software engineer, you need to learn in all 10,000 plus libraries means I'll tell no. If you are familiar with at least 5 to 10 libraries, you are able to play with what Python. Okay. Next one here libraries, modules, packages, everything are similar only. I'll tell how to work with each of the things. Yeah, that is nothing but what modules concept, modules, packages, everything I'll explain. And these are the some of the module datetime library, datetime module is there, regular expression is there, and here I'll tell what one of the database connectivity. That means how to connect to. Here I'll tell MySQL also. It's one database. In once we develop application, now where we store all this data means database. Here I'll tell MySQL. Okay, If you know this is a one SQL database. Here, if you know SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, any of this one thing, that would be fine. Okay, if you are a fresher, you must know one programming language, one database, one front-end technology, that is nothing but HTML. If you know these things, as a fresher, you are able to crack the job. That's why here I'm telling what Python. After telling MySQL, I will tell how to connect MySQL with Python, how to store data from Python, how to retrieve data from MySQL to Python. Everything I'll tell. After that, here these are the if you add some 3 years, 5 years experience, now they'll ask this type of question. What is iterators, generators, decorators, deep copying, shallow copying? These things they'll ask. Okay, that's why these topics also I'll tell. Next one is the real time we need to work on data JSON. This also I'll tell. Sentimental analysis, web scraping. Once you enter into the company, you need to work on these things only. Okay, that's why these topics are very important. These are the some of the tasks. We'll do this task in real time way. Okay. Next one is this is nothing but what Python. And here I'll tell real time use case of data science, machine learning testing with respect to Python. That means here I'll tell what core Python, advanced Python. Next one I'll tell how to work with MySQL with Python. Next one here I'll tell what real time use cases. For this one package will be there. Okay. Real time use case with what data science, ML, machine learning, ML testing, etc. This is one package. Now, if you want frameworks, if you want what frameworks for developing web applications, here you need to learn what so many frameworks are there. I already told Django, Flask, Pyramid, Portal, so many are there. In the top two are what Django, Flask. Here I'll tell what both two frameworks. Here just see, I'll show the course content. Just see here. Just see, these are the topics I'm going to cover in Django, and these are the topics I want to cover. I'll cover in Flask. Not only this thing, after each and every topic, here in Django, we'll see one real-time project, big project we'll see. Okay, before doing one in Flask also, I'll tell what one big project. Before discussing this project also, we'll do what some mini projects. We'll do what some mini projects. Small projects we'll do. After this only we'll discuss what this project. These projects will use you can use in what in your resume also. Here also we'll see what we'll do some mini projects. After that we'll go into big project. And not only this, here in additional to this frameworks, I'll tell what MongoDB also. What is meant by MongoDB is nothing but it's a NoSQL database. NoSQL database. NoSQL database. Here nowadays MongoDB also what having more craze. Okay? It is also kind of number in the market in the database. Here 2 years back I got call from this MongoDB university only to train those guys in MongoDB. That means you can observe how much I can tell in MongoDB. Okay. Here we did so many projects in MongoDB as well as Python combination. Here I'll tell what MongoDB also. And we not only see MongoDB, we'll use this MongoDB in our applications also. Okay. That means here in Django, Flask, we'll use those MongoDB and we'll store data and retrieve data. Not only these things, here I'll tell what different IDLs, Jupyter Notebook, Sublime Editor, these types of things we'll see. Just see here PyCharm, Sublime Editor, Vim Editor, Jupyter Notebook, all these things we'll see. Not only these things, in order to store in the real time, in order to store data into where we can store data means in the GitHub. Not only not data, where you store your code is GitHub. That also we'll see. Postman. In order to check once your APIs are done, where you can test is Postman. That's the thing. This is my course content. Okay. Here, first class will be there. Here, not only this thing, I'll tell how to connect to MongoDB with Python. That also I'll tell. Okay. Here, every day class will be there. After class, practice will be there. Okay. Assignments also will be there. Don't think I'll give hard assignments. It's very easy. Even though you are unable to solve those assignments now, I am ready to help you. Okay. That means after doing practice only, we'll go to next topic. Otherwise, we won't go. Interview preparation also here only will be there. Here, if you got some errors also now, I am only there. I'll be there to help you. If you want to complete total Python, it takes what? 30 to 45 sessions. 30 to 45 classes. If you want to learn Python frameworks, everything, Python frameworks, everything, whatever I have mentioned now, it takes 3 months. In these 3 months, if you attended our course now, you will get the knowledge equal to a 3+ years experience guy in Python. Okay, if you got some errors also, I am ready to help you here itself only. That's the thing. Okay, here if you want to for demo purpose or admission purpose, you can contact this purpose. Our institute name is what? ELearn InfoTech Madhapur, Hyderabad. It is one of the top institutes in Madhapur. Not only top institute in Madhapur, it is one of the top institute in Hyderabad. Will train not only for the people who are in India, so many people from USA, Canada, Dubai, so many people are attending our course. Actually, we won't give training in all other institutes. We are training only here. Actually, we'll give some corporate training in companies only. Will give those training. Okay, but here we are giving training. Online and offline training, both training available. Due to COVID-19, for now we are just giving what? Only online training. Previously, we are giving offline training also. Okay, once this corona is done, we'll go with offline trainings. We done with so many batches, so many people are guys are placed. Starting fresher package only they are earning per month 40,000 like that. Okay, if you got some any errors, here everything will focus on practical knowledge required. If you attend some interviews also, no, they won't ask what is mid testing, what is an example like that. They'll ask in different way. We have some this problem. How we can resolve this problem? Using which concept you will use? I'm having this information. How I can show this information in some other format? Like this type of index questions that they'll ask. Okay, that's why you need to learn what? Practical way. That's why you need to join our course. Okay, that's it for the demo. If you want demo, you okay, you can contact our institute people. Is the email. Okay, next one is here you don't need to you can attend 2 to 3 classes. Later you can decide. Okay, just to contact our guys. They'll tell you the remaining details. You can attend 2 or 3 classes. Timings also based on your flexible timing only will arrange classes. That's up to you. Daily we have around 8 batches will run. Okay, that's the thing. That's it for today demo. See you guys. Thank you. కావ్య కావ్య ఫోన్ తీసుకొని రా త్వరగా ఇక్కడ మౌస్ పని చేయట్లే, ఒకసారి చూద్దురా. కావ్య, మౌస్ పని చేయట్లే, చూద్దురా.
చేస్తాను.